I'm an impatient guy. I really am. Not really my thing to sit around waiting for life to just happen, you know. I am impulsive. I like to get to work and get it done. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. That's an issue, but everything has its downsides, I guess. I'll take that rather than the waiting game. I often talk to people who are just waiting for change. It is so contradictory, don't you think? In physics, if we take the concept of inertia, for instance, we clearly understand that a body who is standing still has a tendency of continuing in the same state. For it to change its state to a moving one, a force needs to be applied. In the real world, this force can either be external or internal, but most of the time we shouldn't rely on external ones to change something from within. Again, it is paradoxical. Nature doesn't wait. The change is constant. Trees have roots, sure. They stand in the same place, yeah, but that is not the same as standing still, waiting. Today, I woke up with a tendency of standing still. Yet, I start feeling bad when I sit around doing nothing, when I could be productive, you know. So I picked up the Nikon F2 and a roll of Kodak Vision 250D and started blasting. I usually find comfort in capturing reflections and people through glass. It is often the unexpected angle, one people won't often notice. I like going unnoticed and capturing reality without influencing it. It is very common for people to look at you when you are clearly pointing a camera at them. So finding the unexpected angle, along with using a longer lens in my case, allows me to get these somewhat close shots without the obvious stare and often subsequent confrontation from people. Not that I mind the talk, but it usually interrupts a rather introspective activity for me. I usually walk along the busiest streets in the city, since it is where I am more likely to find the odd character, like that lady in the middle of all the stuff she sells, or the guy leaving the cafe with a sandwich in his hand.
Turn around.
But some images come to you in the unexpected places. A guy looks in the same direction as the sun is casting a shadow. Two signs sit below him, in the shade, advertising some out-of-business small stores most likely. In cities like Porto, it is common to hear stories of old people get thrown out, their homes replaced by accommodation for tourists. Same goes for old businesses. Suddenly, rents are unaffordable, and those small stores that everybody loves to watch don't have a place anymore in the ever-growing, fast-paced city environment. Is a city really a city without its people? Culture dissipates. A lot of places in different countries seem pretty much the same nowadays. Sometimes you still find these small pockets, almost untouched by the changes of times. Like this small grocery store near Bulhão Market, where a few old people, also unaffected by the ever-changing city, shop for their essentials. Fruit, vegetables, and pretty much everything they need to keep growing old together. This last picture I took of the man is one of those that really impacted me. A lot of relations here, and only when I got the scans I realized I also photographed myself in the mirror. The concept of time challenged. The other stores survive thanks to the curious and insatiable eyes of the visitors, the ones that come and go just like the wind. Just passing by, they consume what they want and leave. It is funny how this person seems to be wiping the eyes of another person's reflection there. This is how I wander, from one odd character to the next, grasping whatever they are trying to tell me, without even speaking a word to me at any point, trying to listen to whatever message is told in between all the noise. You probably can imagine how hard it is to do that in an always fussy city like this one. Maybe that is why I like shooting through glass, since I probably cannot hear the noises coming from the other side, making me able to focus on the real message behind. It also allows you to create illusory realities, where you can duplicate or eliminate people from the scene. Much like these stories in the form of daydreams that I like to tell people. They are not real, but reality always leaves a lot to the imagination. So, am I really the one to blame here? A young lady enjoys her new glass of wine, while a man enjoys his old, trustworthy pipe. At the same time, my roll of film also burned through the end. Reality and imagination. Or as Magritte would say, ceci n'est pas un pipe.